Hi everybody, welcome to Stamping with Melva. I'm Melva Peters and I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in British Columbia, Canada. And you can find me online at stampingwithmelva.com. It's Wednesday night today and I missed you being live yesterday. I didn't do my sketch because my husband had a medical procedure, so he's fine, all is good, but I took the night off. So tonight I'm here with a technique for you and I'm going to play with the Carrying Leaves stamp set. I love this stamp set. It's really a simple stamp set. There's actually only 6 stamps. It's 2-step stamping, which is one of my favorite things to do. And then I'm also going to create my own designer series paper. Really easy with 2-step stamping. Actually, it's easy with just about any stamp, but I'm going to play with the Carrying Leaves stamp set, the quick and easy card. And I'm using Basic Beige, which if you haven't played with that, you should check it out. It's got a green tinge to it, so it goes really lovely with something like Mossy Meadow, which is what I'm using. All right, I'm going to switch over in just a second. I just want to remind you that there's only a few hours left in the stamp sale. There's been a stamp set sale, on for the last 3 days. So if you haven't checked it out, 15% off, hey Nancy, on all of the stamp sets from the annual catalog. So it's a great deal if you've got some stamp sets that are on your wish list. Also, don't forget about the kit collection sale. I picked up some kits on an order yesterday, so there's a sale on all of the kits that are available also in my online store. All right, let's get started. Come on, switch over. There we go. Okay, so this is the Carrying Leaves stamp set. Like I said, it's pretty simple. There's only 4 stamps, so two-step stamping with the leaves, and then some really pretty little sentiments. And so it's kind of the perfect fall stamp set. This is in the mini catalog. Okay, so let's pull out. So like I said, I'm going to use Basic Beige. And if you haven't seen Basic Beige, it's a bit like Sahara Sand that we had before. But I think it stamps a little greener than Sahara Sand. So if you had Sahara Sand previously, this is similar to it. It's really a nice change even as a layer. So if you wanted to stamp on this, as opposed to even basic white or very vanilla. So it's kind of it's very, very subtle. When you stamp with it, and maybe you'll be able to see that when I stamp, it does have a bit of a green tinge to it. Okay, so I've got a card base, 4 1/4 by 11, scored at 5 1/2. And as always, of course, fold into the mountain. And then I've cut a piece of Mossy Meadow. So isn't that a pretty, just really lovely color combination? Mossy Meadow, 4 inches by 5 1/4. And then I've cut a piece of Basic White, also 4 inches by 5 1/4. I'm going to trim this when I'm finished stamping. But I always like to start with a little bit bigger of a piece of cardstock, and then I can trim it to the size that I want. Looking for another block. There's one. Okay. So we're going to create our own designer series paper. This stamp, I used it the other night if you follow or you watched my live where I did the baby wipe technique to create my own stamp pad. This is another way to create your own designer series paper. And so I'm going to stamp in, first of all, I've got Basic Beige. So I'm going to just pick one of these stamps. This is the outline. And I'm just going to randomly stamp this because I'm going to come in with the other one. So I don't know if you can see that. Hey, Holly. See, let's see if I can you see how that's got definitely a green tinge to it. So it coordinates very well with other greens. So this is the inside. So it is not a perfect, it's a bit abstract in that the inside doesn't exactly match. So don't panic if you get it a little bit to the, not perfectly lined up. This is also a distinctive stamp, so I'll show you in just a sec. So you can see the kind of changing of the colors. So if your ink pad, this is actually a new ink pad, but it's not really juicy. We'll see what the Mossy Meadow does. Yeah, this one might be. So I'm just going to bring my grid paper out. When you stamp in, let's see, let's try this one. When you stamp with a distinctive, and actually mine needs to be re-inked, and so it's perfect for distinctive. And so you want to test that out, because if you have too much ink with a distinctive stamp, it doesn't show the beautiful detail to that stamp. So I'm just kind of filling in some of the spots, and it doesn't matter if you overlap. And then I'm going to go back in and just stamp the center. Quick and easy way to create your own designer series paper. Not that we don't have a ton of beautiful designer series paper that in the catalog, but sometimes you just want to create your own. I'm just going to fill in just a little bit of the, hey Connie, welcome. So just filling in there. So you can see just kind of that distinctive, oopsie, that's a little blurry, distinctive look. And I could have stamped off. You can see on my basic beige, there was a little bit too much ink in spots, but that's okay. I could have stamped off. Now let's clean up. There we go. Okay. So I am going to trim this because this piece was cut 4 inches by 5 1/4. So I want to trim this to be 3 3/4 by 5. And so by making it just a little bit bigger than you want to start with, then you can kind of trim off the sections that you maybe didn't stamp quite as well as you had hoped. Sometimes that happens. So I'm going to adhere this to the Mossy Meadow. So if you are watching and you're a new stamper, or maybe even if you're not a brand new stamper, and my glue is clogged, I've got I'm collaborating with my friends Denise and Diane to start a Sweet and Simple Stamping Facebook group, and we are going to share tips and tricks and ideas for you. If I can get my glue unclogged. There we go. If you're brand new to stamping, or maybe you just want some ideas for some simple cards, and because we're really good at creating, avid cards, most of us. If you're like me, you find it really hard to make a simple card. Sometimes we just want a simple card because they can be absolutely beautiful. And so if you're interested in that, hey Joy, welcome. If you're interested in the Sweet and Simple Stamping group, you can reach out to me and I will give you the link. I think it's in my, I think I invited, anyway, you can reach out to me, or you can search the group. It's called Sweet and with the ampersand sign, so Sweet and Simple Stamping, and you can request to join the group. We are starting on Friday with our first live. Let's go back to there we go. So starting on Friday at 9 o'clock Pacific, so we will be live every Friday at 9 o'clock Pacific with a card or a project for you that is sweet and simple. So come and check out Yes, Connie, I'm with you. I find it really hard, so this is going to be a real challenge for me. So come and check out what we're going to share. So um, we're starting with lives this week. We will share also tips and tricks once a week, but we probably aren't going to start that quite yet. But we definitely are starting the lives on Friday at 9 o'clock Pacific. Okay, so I've got a piece of basic white that I just took when I cut my basic white cardstock for the front and the inside. I cut it to 4 inches by 5 1/4, and I always save these little bits. So I'm going to put my sentiment somewhere here or here, something like that. Okay, so I think I'm just going to take and just cut a banner end on that end. And then I'm going to just take, so here's a tip for you to make this a little easier and to get your banners roughly the same shape. I just kind of lay that on here and then follow the shape so that they look roughly the same. There we go. So let's use some dimensionals. So this is going to be too long, but I'm going to put it on here using dimensionals like that, and then I will trim it when I attach it to my card. Before I attach it, I have some of the, no, you didn't, do you have to be in Canada to join? Yes, you do. I'm sorry, Holly. I was not sure. Yes, it is for Canadian stampers at this point, so I'm sorry about that. Okay. Get that on straight. Okay, so this is the basic beige bordered ribbon. It comes in all of the in colors as well as basic beige. So basic beige came out this year along with the in colors. So it's not really an in color. It's added to our neutrals, but it was added this year with the basic or the in colors. So I've cut about 8.5 inches of the ribbon, and I'm just going to take and put that there and zigzag back and forth like that, and then we'll put some more dimensionals. And then I'm just going to take and put that across like that. So I'm going to cut this, hopefully straight, like that. Could do with another dimensional at the end. Come on. So we're just going to put that on there like that. And then these dimensionals will help hold that ribbon down. You didn't cut that very straight. So this is a pretty simple card. Again, one of those ones I like every once in a while. You can put these together fairly quickly. So I'm just going to take and stamp one of these leaves on the inside of my card. This mossy meadow is the perfect juiciness for distinctive. Come on. Nope. My glue is misbehaving today. I thought, my stamp and seal was right there. I was going to use it, but it didn't want to work. So we'll just go back to the liquid glue. There we go. Now, we definitely need dimensionals. So I have to, no matter how simple the card is, I love dimensionals. So even if it was a clean and simple card, you would see dimensional, or not dimensionals, embellishments on my cards. And I've got all sorts of these little tiny, these are the adhesive back textured dots. These are the little ones. They come in 2 sizes, so I'm just going to use up some of these little ones. Normally I put 3 on, but because they're the little ones, we'll put 5. We'll put 1 there. There we go. Use up some of those little ones. Okay, so very simple card to make. So technique, 2-step stamping, distinctive stamp. Make sure that you your ink pad is not too juicy. If it is juicy, you can stamp off, or if it was a really inky, juicy ink pad, you could take the ink, this one isn't, and take your bone folder and just move the ink to one side, and then use it. That will also make your ink be not so juicy. But I tend to just kind of stamp off, sometimes twice, if I have to get you know, just a not much ink at all. Like I could have done better on the basic beige, but hey, I love this color combination. All right, let's. You know, I have a hard time. I'm trying to get back to my face image, but for whatever reason, I keep losing my mouse. There we go. I don't know what's going on with this. New technology is still misbehaving, so I kind of lose the mouse, even though it says I'm still on the desktop. So hopefully, yeah, I think you're seeing it. Anyway, all right, so hopefully enjoyed that, and a quick way that you can create some cards. Don't forget to share your cards in my Facebook group if you're part of it, because I love to see what you're creating. So I will be back live on Sunday. Oh no, sorry, Saturday. It's Thanksgiving weekend here in Canada, so I will be live. Maybe you're busy with family and friends, but hopefully you can find some time to be in your craft room and enjoy just some time creating. All right, everybody, thanks for joining me. Hope you have a great evening.